Welcome back to RABID Noise on RABID Radio. My guest on the program now is one of the most respected and hardest working vocalists in metal, and with one of the most impressive musical resumes around, it's no wonder that his career is one of legends. It's the one and only Bjorn Strid from Soilwork. Thanks for joining us tonight, man.
Thank you. It's a pleasure being on. How are you guys?
Oh, we're doing excellent, man. Excellent. You know, as a huge Soilwork fan, I'm really looking forward to the release of this DVD, Live in the Heart of Helsinki. And by the look of the trailer, it just looks absolutely insane. Was it a crazy gig is what it looked like?
It was pretty crazy. I mean, it was really intimate, and I guess that's, you know, what we wanted to do it at a venue, at a club instead, rather than do it at, like, you know, like, there's a lot of bands doing it at, like, big festivals, you know, like Wacken and stuff like that. We wanted to be kind of like crazy, intimate, and that's exactly what we got. I mean, people travel from far and wide to be a part of this special occasion. I mean, I even saw like Polish flags in the crowd. So it was really, really cool, super intense, for sure.
It looks like just the fans were just bouncing off the walls. It just looks like it was just absolute chaos, and that's exactly what you want, I suppose, for that energy, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's definitely what we got. And I mean, it was a long set as well. It was 23 songs, right? So it was pretty crazy. It was a nice hit, and the house was packed too. So good.
With shows like that, knowing that you're being filmed, and you've been doing this for so many years, does it still blow you away, and you get nerves, or is it sort of like natural getting up there and doing it?
I mean, I always feel nervous still, before entering stage. This was a little bit different, too, because you knew once you get up on stage there was going to be, like 12 cameras watching you, sort of. So it was a different feeling, and I felt pretty weird about it at first, and I came on stage and felt kind of weird during the first song. And after that, it just started to feel like a normal show, and just slightly more celebratory in that sense. It was more of a celebration, and after a while, I could just focus on the crowd and the actual music. So, yeah, it felt pretty good after a while.
Oh man, I would have loved to have been there. It just looks like it was just so much fun. And you guys are always, you always put on such a great show. I personally discovered a lot of bands back in the day, like, Pantera and Anthrax, from watching their home videos before actually buying their albums. Has there been any bands that you discovered their music that way?
I mean, it was the same with me. I loved watching the Vulgar videos, for sure. Those are, classics, indeed. So I did watch those, and I'm trying to remember. I mean, I really watched Live in the Raw, stuff like that as well. I mean, I usually go for the classics, like late 70s, early 80s stuff, like hard rock, classic rock stuff. So there's a lot of that, for sure. Trying to think of others. I mean, I do remember when it comes to metal, I think there's the Sepultura one from, is it Barcelona or something like that? I can't remember what it's called now, but that was one of the, I used to like that one a lot. I guess it came out the night. But I used to watch that, and that's pretty much how I discovered Sepultura as well.
It's funny that, back in the day, that's how it was. You'd get your mates who'd bring the video to school, and they'd show you, and you'd pass around, or you'd go over each other's houses and watch these amazing music videos. It seems a shame that that I mean, I guess it's all available online, but it seems like it's a bit of a lost art, really.
Yes, it is. I mean, there's YouTube, obviously. So I'm sure some people are just going to watch this. Our live DVD on YouTube. I'm sure it's going to be up there pretty quickly, but, it is a really nice, the physical copy is really nice. There's a lot of goodies in there, and the liner notes, and the old photos, and the two documentaries that are in the whole thing as well. So I think it's worth buying for sure, and I'm not just saying that because, I want to make profit out of it, because it is good sum up of the whole Soilwork career. So if you're a diehard Soilwork fan, you should definitely get it, the physical copy, I think. And even if you haven't heard about it before, I think it's a good introduction to our music, because it's really summing up, whole career, and there's each and every album is represented in the set list as well. It also tells the story about Soilwork.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. Like, I think it's worth going and getting a physical copy, you know, and just get your mates around, have a few beers and enjoy it, you know, instead of sitting in front of a computer. You know, who cares about that, man? Get there and get the physical copy. Not just, as you said, not just to support you guys, but, you know, there's something special about actually owning it. And the special edition comes with, like, a lanyard and, like, a little AAA pass and stuff, too. That's awesome. Who wouldn't want that?
Yeah. And like I said, you know, I guess I was cutting out there, and I said it's a really good introduction to our music. If you haven't heard about Soilwork before, I mean, it is a really great introduction to our music. And I think, you know, each and every album is represented in there as well, you know, in the set list. So I think it's a good, you know, summary, really.
Yeah, it's a killer set, man. Like, I was reading it, and it's all killer. So, you're right, cool. Man. I think it's definitely a great introduction. I don't know, everyone knows Soilwork, but, you know, I guess, you know, the younger brother or, you know, I think that's...
exactly. There you go.
Pass it on, man. More Soilwork fans for the future. You used to do vocal lessons while you were on the road. Is that something you still do?
Not really. I haven't done it in a while. I just felt it became pretty, like, time-consuming. You know, trying to... Because I was usually doing it in the afternoon at the venue, and then you have the sound check, and it's always so hard to know when you're doing the sound check. It says 4 p.m., but it never happens on time, you know, and then you have to, like, juggle that and have people wait, and then you need to go and eat dinner before the show, and it became a little bit too much. But, you know, I do enjoy doing it, but I would rather do it at home, which is probably, you know, it's going to be harder, obviously, because you can't have people travel from far and wide. You know, I guess some people are able to do that, but not everyone. So, who knows, I might pick it up, but I guess it needs to be kind of planned out differently if I do it again. But I did enjoy it.
What do you get asked the most about vocal techniques? You know, when you get young dudes coming up and saying, how do you do something? You know, is it the screaming or the melodics? What do you get asked about the most?
Well, they sometimes ask you, like, what do you do to warm up? And I'm kind of a bad example when it comes to that, because I guess I've been really lucky. I don't really have to warm up that much, but I usually just stretch the vocal cords by putting the tongue behind the lower teeth, right? So that's what I do, and I mean, it's such a, you know, personal thing as well. There's so many different techniques and warm-ups that people do. They soak a towel in hot water and scream into it and then go on stage. There's so many different things, right? But a lot of people also ask about, you know, how do you reach that high? And I think the key to me is really to build up strong falsetto. Whether you're going to do only scream vocals or clean vocals, it doesn't matter. You know, it's really, I think it's key to make the voice stronger in general. So a lot of Bee Gees. Yeah, a lot of Bee Gees vocals for a while. Practice. And you'll be able to pull it off.
Well, man, I think that's a pretty good tip, man. I mean, if it works for you, I'm not a Bee fan, but I guess there's other bands around, like Muse and stuff like that. Like Jeff Buckley for the for the falsetto stuff.
And especially to kind of, you know, practice to erase the threshold that goes between the falsetto and the normal voice, so to speak. That's a good way of practice as well.
Awesome, man. You released The Living Infinite almost 2 years ago, which is still in my CD player in my car. Have you guys got plans to release a new album in the near future?
Absolutely. We're actually in the studio as we speak. We're recording a new album, and it's going to be one of those normal albums, no doubles or triples or anything like that. So, but we do have around 16 songs that we're recording. Probably have like 11, 12 that will end up on the actual album. I think we'll be mixed and ready late April, something like that, and then we'll get released sometime after summer, maybe October. That's
exciting stuff, man. Have you got a title for it yet?
No title so far. We're talking about it, and we haven't really decided, but the material is awesome. I would feel, you know, it's kind of picking up where we left with the Living Infinite, slightly more extreme, maybe pretty fast-paced as well, and melancholic in a sense.
Oh, man, I can't wait. And there's so many of your fans down here that are just, hanging for some more Soilwork. So can we expect to see you guys on our show again soon as well?
I hope so. I really hope so. I mean, who knows what's going to happen? We don't have anything planned yet, but it's pacing up right now as far as the touring goes for when the album comes out. So I don't know. I would think pretty, maybe later this year, like in the end of the year or beginning of next. I would think it would make sense.
In Australia, we love seeing Soilwork down on our shores. So, new album tour, bring it on, man.
Yep, I'll bring it on for sure. Look forward to it.
Awesome, dude. Well, we're going to go to the track, Let the First Wave Rise, from the Living Infinite. Now, thanks for hanging with us tonight, man, and I hope to see you guys soon, and all the best with your upcoming plans.
Thank you. My pleasure. Nice talking to you.